premium music streaming platform that is called JustPlay. So JustPlay is a Nigerian-based music streaming platform based in Abuja, but I hate the content side. And then what I'm really known for here in Uganda, I'm the new Chief Music Business Officer for a music rights management and boutique solutions company called Opus Music Africa. So we deal in music rights management, digital rights management, metadata management, and all that. So you get the background behind that, why we're here. My mission in the industry is that I fix music creator remunerations to facilitate the transformation of music IP rights into a real-time transactional marketplace. That's why I'm here. To the discussions that have been coming through how we generate more revenue, how we maximize royalties in music royalties, that's with performing rights, mechanical rights, streaming royalties, and all that. So I've been at the center. Well, I'm so much delighted to be amidst my fellow panelists. Blessing, welcome to Uganda.
Thank you.
Mr. Motolani, my pleasure meeting you here in Uganda. And then to the industry expert, Mr. Jeff.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes, thanks for being here. So, I just want us to have a center around this discussion on from creation to collection. And what I always talk about all these, all the campaigns that have been happening, is that music inspires, but it is the metadata that collects. And I can paraphrase that into creativity is art, but data integrity is the future of income. So we are moving past the basics. It's no longer enough to create a masterpiece, but it's also important to know all the reasons why you should put your music out there and be able to collect the revenue that you're supposed to. So, in all this, we are going to cover a few discussions, topics mostly about metadata and rights integrity. We shall talk about other forms of revenue and all that. So, metadata is not administration. It's a financial tool that dictates future royalties. And of course, from the beginning, music has to be created. I just want to pose this question to Mr. Jeff first. From the perspective of the artists that you represent across Uganda, that is from Uganda Musicians Association, what is the single biggest administrative step that creators consistently neglect, and how does that negligence directly translate into lost revenue today? Over to you, Mr. Jeff.
Thank you very much, David. Once again, my name is Geoffrey Jeff Econwood, and I am the co-founder for IPScore, which is a music credit bureau that enables artists to use their IP or their royalties as collateral in accessing financing Thank you for the question about the issues that we have. The biggest mistake that artists make is walking. Usually starts in the studio, and this problem begins at the stage of creation. It's like, let me just use an analogy. It's like a real estate investor who goes and purchases land or a property and then walks away without getting a land title. The same with artists. When you walk into a studio and you create your music, and then you walk out without the split sheets, without signing your split sheet agreements, without capturing your key metadata in association with the work you've just created. And that's the biggest foundation issue that we have in the music industry. And it's where all the problems begin. Because most artists are too eager to put the music out there, because once you walk out of the studio, the first thing you want to see is your music on YouTube, Spotify, or all the DSPs. And then you start to think about the nitty-gritties 6 months, a year down the road, when you're not seeing things adding up. The pennies are not making sense. So the foundation issue is with the first stage, which is the studio. I think it's very important for artists to solve that problem from the beginning when it gets created, when the works get created. The moment you create your music in the studio, sign the split sheet straight away with whoever has contributed, and make sure that your spreadsheet is your equivalent of your land title. The moment you walk up there with your spreadsheet signed, you're ready to become a music business professional, and you're ready to start earning. Two, when you walk out of the studio and you sign the spreadsheets, do what they call a works declaration with your CMO. If you don't do the works declaration, you've just created the music, you've signed the spreadsheets, and then according to you, you probably already registered with your CMO, which is in Uganda's UPRS, and then you sit back comfortably. UPRS, all CMOs in the world do not pay royalties for works they do not have in their system. Just being a member of a CMO is not sufficient. You need, for every work that you record in the studio, for every spreadsheet agreement that you sign, go to your PRO, your CMO, and submit these works, so that the system then captures those works. But in addition to capturing those works, go and create the identifiers that become the passports for these works. For example, if you've just recorded a song, you signed a spreadsheet, go to your PRS account and submit these works. Submit the associated metadata. And for those that you don't have ready the metadata, go and create it. That's what the CEO of UPRS was just saying here earlier, that they do offer a service to generate ISWCs. These are the identifiers that identify your musical works or your compositions. These are the ones that prove that you are the songwriter behind the work that you've just submitted, if you are indeed the songwriter. And have these generated for you. And the same with if you're submitting these works to a distributor, ensure that you've generated the ISRCs. And most times the biggest mistake that artists are making is that when they submit this to a distributor, they have the spreadsheets, they think they're covered. They start the process of submitting them to the distributor, and then they let the whole process become automatic. Don't let it be automatic. Get your identifiers, it's the equivalent of getting your land title again. Your ISRCs identify the sound recordings. Make sure you document them, because this whole foundation journey is the process to building your catalog. Your catalog can only have value when you've done your basic homework. That is the homework you need to do, and most of it is free. And then all the problems begin when you don't do that basic homework. That's pretty much what you need to do. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Of course, that foundational setup is absolutely critical. Small things like a spelling error can be just a massive royalty global. And I just want to give this chance to Mr. Motorani this question. Virgin Music is plugged directly into global DSP ecosystems. When you receive an asset, what are the top 2 metadata red flags that make your team pause submission because they know it will cause a payment issue down the line?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First things first, when it comes to metadata, everything is potential. There is no hard and fast rule. So this one is more important than the other. Because metadata speaks to different things. So it's descriptive, it speaks to ownership, it speaks to recommendations sometimes. And the way you put your data into it can have all of those 3 things can affect royalties and outcome. Like maybe 10, 15 years ago, recommendation wasn't as much of a thing, right? But now, on Spotify, YouTube Music, the machine learning has increased significantly. The algorithms are tailored to actually give music and to give it an audience as large as possible. So let's say the genre of a song is maybe Afro soul, right? You go and look for that hip hop, and someone who listens to a lot of hip hop, the song gets recommended to the hip hop communities, and the music doesn't get audience and musicians as much as it gets.